Hey y'all, I am back with another video, and as you can see, we are in my kitchen and I am going to be making some ceviche. Y'all, when I went on my cruise, at every cruise I've been on so far, I think except for one, we have gone to Cozumel. When we go to Cozumel, we go to a all-inclusive resort called Mr. Sancho's. I know everybody knows about Mr. Sancho's. Well, when you go there, they have ceviche. I love ceviche. They make theirs with shrimp, and I do believe there might be some other seafood that's in there, but I'm not 100% sure. So I am actually going to be making a modified version of ceviche. And as you can see, I have some ingredients laid out. I have my shrimp right there. I got the ones that are raw. They're easy to peel. They have their shell on, but they've been deveined. So all I have to do is I'm gonna just let them sit in some cold water for a little while as I prep my veggies. And once the chill has been knocked off of them, I'm going to peel off the rest of the shell and the tail, and then I'm going to go ahead and chop those up and put those into a pot of water, and then we're going to do an ice bath to chill them down. I also have, this calls for lime juice, but I'm using lemon juice. I have cucumber that I'm going to use. I do have avocado. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to add it. Not really a fan of like soft things going with firmer things. It's a texture thing for me. So we'll see how that goes. I cannot have tomatoes because the acid in the tomatoes is a trigger for my arthritis. So what I have been doing since I work with my wellness coach is I have been substituting the fire roasted red bell peppers. So I am actually going to dice those up really well. And then once I finish making my ceviche, I am going to pull out a portion of the ceviche and I'm going to add some of the fire roasted red bell peppers. And I want to see how it tastes together. If it tastes fine, then I'll add it into the ceviche, into the entire bowl of ceviche. So I'm substituting the tomatoes. I am going to be cutting up an onion, which I didn't pull that one out, but give me a sec. Okay, so I have an onion that I pulled out, and then I have my cilantro, which you don't see because I have it soaking right now, and then it's in my salad spinner, so I'm going to spin that to get all the excess water off. I have a jalapeno, which is in the back there by the shrimp, and then what I am adding that, and I'm going to pick this up so that you can see, it's a bag of seafood, and I made a seafood chowder with this once before, and so I loved it. I love the fact that there's such a variety in here. I'm going to boil this with the shrimp, dice this up, and I'm going to add this to the ceviche. So let me bring you a little closer so you can see what this is. Okay, so this is a seafood mix, and it has octopus, shrimp, giant calamari, and mussel meat in it. So I am going to also let this soak with the shrimp in so that it can just kind of slowly thaw. And then I'm going to dice that up and it'll all be boiling in the same pot. So we'll be back when we're ready to start putting all of this together. Okay, everybody, I am back. And so here we have our seafood medley, so to speak, our shrimp, cucumber, jalapeno, onions, and over here we have the cilantro and the roasted red bell peppers. And what I'm going to do, because this octopus, squid, and all that is going to take a little bit more love and a little bit more time because it's a little bit more coarse and dense. In order for it to be tender, I don't want to be like struggling to chew it. I'm actually going to put that in the pot and let it go for about 20 to 30 minutes, boiling in a vegetable broth. And then I'll check it. If it needs to go a little bit longer, I'll let it go a little bit longer. If it's tender enough, then I'll go ahead and put in the shrimp for about 5 to 7 minutes or so until the shrimp are done, and then I'm going to drop it in an ice bath to let everything cool down, and then I'll begin assembling everything once the seafood has chilled off. So I'm going to take you over to the stove. Okay, and as you can see, there's not a lot in the pot. I don't need a lot because we also have the shrimp. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the vegetable broth. And we're going to put the octopus and the other seafood in there. It's going to go I think I'm just going to let it boil on high for a while, because I want it tender, so but I don't want to be here all day. So we're going to just let that go, and it should be about, like I said, 20 or 30 minutes, and we'll check and see if it's the right tenderness. And if it is, then we will add the shrimp, and if it's not, we'll let it go for a little bit longer. All right, you guys, I am back. I actually came back. I set the timer for 20 minutes, and I came back with about 7 minutes to spare. So it went for about just under 13 minutes. And the octopus and everything is pretty tender. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the shrimp and then let that go for, I'm going to check it at 3 minutes. And then we should be good to put everything in an ice bath and then start assembling. So here's the shrimp, and the shrimp is going to go in. So I did turn it down to like a medium-low heat. And I think I'm just going to turn it to medium. Check it in about 3 minutes, and we will be back. All right, we are ready, y'all. So I have an ice bath here, and I actually, what I did was I'm using my, I don't know if you can see that, I'm using my salad spinner, and the reason I'm doing that is because the pieces are so small that I don't want stuff getting stuck in the strainer, and then, you know, it's a pain to have to clean. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop this out of here, and I will be back. We won't have to do an ice bath for very long. I don't mind it being a little warm, but I don't want the seafood waterlogged either. So we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and transfer the seafood out of the ice bath. And I'm just running a little warm water to melt a few little pieces of ice that's left in here, because I don't want to transfer ice into the bowl. All right. So this is my little salad spinner, and I'd much rather use that than a strainer, because of all the little bits and pieces. I didn't want to deal with trying to clean that out of the strainer. So now we have our, and let me just show you. So these little bits that have kind of a purplish color, that's the squid, and as you can see how tender that is. Of course, you got your shrimp, and I have a few little pieces of mussel in there. And this is the no, this is the squid. This is the octopus. And so anyway, that's what I'm going to make my ceviche out of. So now we're going to go ahead and add, we have cucumber, jalapeno, and onion. So I'm going to add the onion. And I'm not going to have to add all of these, the entire amount of these ingredients, because I don't have like a whole bunch of seafood. Then I'm not making like a huge portion of ceviche. So, and then I'm just eyeballing it right now. And then I will add more if I need to. And of course, this is the roasted red bell pepper. And I will add that to a separate portion, taste it, and see if I like it, because that's what I'm subbing instead of the tomato. And then here's a half a cup of lemon juice. It calls for a cup of lime juice, but I'm not adding all of that just yet. And again, I did decide that I'm going to hold off on the avocado. I'll kind of cut up some avocado and kind of eat it with the ceviche to see if I like it, because I don't want to add in the avocado and then I don't like the texture of it. So we have our seafood medley, including the shrimp. We got our half cup of lemon juice, cucumber, and I'm going to add the roasted red bell pepper to a small portion and taste it. We have the cilantro, jalapeno, and we're going to go ahead and check this out and see what we think. I am going to add a little bit of seasoning because I already know from having ceviche at different places that the flavor is really mild, and I like my food seasoned. So I'm going to go ahead and add some seasoning. That might not be traditional ceviche, but that's what we rolling with. I think I also want to add a little bit of garlic, like minced garlic. And again, y'all do stuff the way you want to do it. But I have to enjoy my food. So I'm going to add the stuff that makes me say, mmm. Alright, so we're going to give this a quick stir. And then I'm going to take some out and test the roasted red bell pepper. And we'll see what we think. Alright, y'all, time to taste. So this is the one, as you can see, has the roasted red bell pepper in it. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. Trying to make sure I get me a nice bite. I don't want a mouthful of jalapeno. And then we'll see if we need to add any more. Looks, I kind of feel like I want some more cucumber in there anyway. But let's see. That's really good. Even the roasted red bell pepper. Let me finish chewing. That's really good. I think I am going to go ahead and add the other half a cup of the lemon juice. I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning, add a little bit more cucumber. Okay, so I went ahead and added the roasted red bell pepper, the other half a cup of lemon juice, and some more cilantro and onions. And I do want to add some more seasoning. And on top of that, I want to add some pepper. So this is a pretty easy recipe to follow. Again, I went ahead and I boiled off my seafood medley with the octopus and the calamari and all of that. I boiled it off for about 12 and a half, 13 minutes. Then I added the shrimp. And keep in mind, I boiled it off that long because of how small the pieces were, but also because of how little was in the pot. So I added the shrimp, and I did that for about 5 minutes. And then I did a ice bath and start assembling all the other ingredients. And I think that this came out really nice. This is definitely a treat. Here is what I have left: cucumber, cilantro, jalapenos, and there's some onions underneath there. So I'll put this aside for maybe a salad or something. And yeah, so that's gonna do it. And that is the recipe for the ceviche. This has been awesome, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll check you out in the next one. Bye, y'all. Okay, y'all, I had to come get a bite on camera. This is so good. Oh my God. Y'all need to make this. Seriously, go make you some ceviche. And don't worry about the tomatoes. You're not going to miss the tomatoes. I don't miss the tomatoes. The fire roasted red bell pepper gives it a completely different flavor profile. It makes it taste so much, I'm not going to say better, because I don't remember ceviche having tomatoes in it, but yes, it is so good. And everything is so tender. It's so tender. Go check it out. If you're not already a member of the Fetch fam, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and download that app, scan my QR code, and get to scanning those receipts. You might as well take advantage of it. You're already spending the money. The receipts translates into points, the points translates into cash, and you can redeem that cash via store card or cash card, or you can donate to charity. Well, all right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, but you know we don't do so without saying, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.